Hi guys, let me officially welcome you to the maiden edition of the Extraordinary Nurses and Midwife Show. I am personally promising you that you are going to stay glued to this channel forever. So like I said in our previous episode, we are going to be talking about one of the controversial topics surrounding the nursing fraternity, and that is our uniform. From our hairstyle, our makeup, our choice of shoes, our piercings, and maybe our tattoos. But before we begin, please don't forget to drop your 2 cents in the comment section. Get interactive with us. Let's get talking. Joining me to digest this particular topic, I have two extraordinary nurses on set with me. Ideally, I was supposed to rise up to introduce this particular person. She's a mother, she's a serial entrepreneur, she's my own in charge and the deputy nurse manager for my facility where I work. She's also the CEO for Grejela Catering Services. She's in the person of Miss Grace Eduminta in charge. I understand, no nice. Melko, welcome to the show. Our second extraordinary nurse is a midwife. She doubles as a theater nurse at our ONG theater. She is also a caterer. She does one of the best finger foods and also local desserts. She's very, very hardworking and outspoken. She's also an advocate for fairness. She is in the person of Miss Dorcas Aka. Midwife,
Yeah.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you know what GANC?
Yeah, that was yeah.
Mate. So in charge, what do you think about our uniform? Is there something that you like or something that you don't like? What's your personal experience about have you experienced anything, somebody complaining about your uniform or the way you actually dress to work?
Alright, so personally, I'm the prescribed type of nurse since my student nurse level. But there was a time we were having a practical examination. One of our senior colleagues came around. She looked at me from head to toe, and I felt confident because I knew I was prescribed.
Yeah.
This woman looked at me and asked me if there was something wrong with my first earring piercing. I said no. I was like, can you remove the earring from the second piercing and bring it? I was like, oh, is that one also?
Is that one also part?
And that one also part. Okay. And in fact, that day, the whole day, I was just wondering if where the earring is also actually
a problem. Yeah. So your part has to do with her piercings, right?
That is the problem
she had with you. Oh, okay. You mentioned hairstyle, but our hairstyles has always been. It should always be above your. It should always be above your color, or it shouldn't touch your color or something like that. And the color too
is always
black or brown.
We understand
though. We understand. But right now, social media is making us see everywhere. We are seeing what our other colleagues are doing out of this country. I mean, they are perfect. They look they look good to work. They have time to actually do maybe hairstyles that are bouncy or stuff like that. And I'll say a show or how to do.
Going by the uniform doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't look bad. I mean, look at me. I don't think I look bad.
Oh, you don't?
But I'm still in the prescribed.
You know, because of things like our hairstyle and stuff, sometimes it restricts you. You're always looking one particular way. You're always in braids. You're always in braids.
Unless you go for your leave, you take your leave, then you do different.
That's the only time you get to change.
Yeah. I believe it should be really revised.
It should be dynamic, like you know. As they say, culture is dynamic, so nursing should also be dynamic. Because the things they used to do in the past, it has been revised. A lot of them has been revised.
Yes.
But what about
Even
our
with our
outfits?
practical works, every time we
It's being
move here,
revised.
we ought to revise them.
So with the uniform, we want the patient to see you and feel that they can approach you. You will go and wear the colored hair and looking off.
You see, it all boils down to our Ghanaian
They may
perception and
feel
mentality.
so. They
We
feel
are
like
being trained like that. That when we see another person wearing colored, maybe that person is Mami Water or something like that. It's true. We have this perception attached to that. But when we look at this concept, sometimes such people are the most hardworking
Of
in
course.
the facility. They are the most hardworking in the facility. You get. So we
Me,
shouldn't attribute people's hair, their uniforms, although it's not like we're advocating like a short uniform.
or
No, it should
something.
be kind of on the knee.
that some people actually go.
Beyond. And so those people are our problems. Problems.
That is it.
Anyway.
I remember. I think
We can revise the style. As I said, the green straight. Sometimes we are not even able to
Move our legs.
Yes, we can just introduce something like the flare. I don't know.
but now they are doing it all.
Yeah, people are
With
doing
some
it.
designs
Yeah.
on. Yeah, they are doing it.
So
Oh, okay.
They are doing it.
So we've talked about our uniform. We've talked about our PSNs. We've talked about our hairstyle. Our foot. I don't think we have a lot of issues with our footwear. Joining our conversation, we have the regional secretary for GRNMA. He's in the person of Mr. Davis Opon. It's unfortunate he's not here, but we'll call him over the phone to know what exactly is in the books. And we'll discuss what we like and what we don't like, what we want to be revised. So let's get to know exactly what they are saying about our uniform.
Okay.
Right. Hello?
Hello.
Good afternoon, my name is.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so you are currently live on our podcast actually.
Okay.
Yes, we're happy to be talking about our uniform. We've discussed what we like and what we don't like, what we think should be revised about our uniform. And we want to know from your perspective what is actually in the books.
Okay, so there is a document for guidelines on our uniform and the codes for nurses and midwives. So in that document, it tells us about the ranking system, what is required of you as a nurse or a midwife. So in the middle or a nurse, what is required of you. So the purpose of that document was to define the dressing code for nurses and midwives.
Yeah.
So that we won't be wearing anything to work as such. With our uniform, the ideal thing is for a female nurse, irrespective of your rank, it should be 20s above your knee. For that one, I'm sure each and every nurse is aware of that.
Is it above or below? Then I have to go and change my uniform.
Below, yeah.
It should be below, not above.
Okay.
And you know there are some hairdo and hairstyles you can't do it as a nurse. Wigs are accepted, but the color is supposed to be black.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
And even with extension and all those stuff, they are allowed. But just that you should also know the limit. It shouldn't touch the color of your attire. So let's talk about the rag. You see, when you are let's say you are a staff nurse, you have the white cape. So the wig or the attire shouldn't touch the cape of your the cape of your dress.
Okay.
So when you are an old nurse, the green cape, your wig or the attachment shouldn't touch that cape. That is for the females. And you know you can do a makeup, but it shouldn't be wayward.
Yeah.
If you know you can control it. And the document, it said it shouldn't be it should be lightly applied.
Okay.
So you can't do makeups and can't put on lipstick like you're going for a wedding program. You get it.
Yeah, I do.
And even with our shoes and all those stuff, they have prescribed one, the rubber one, and the shoes should be either black or brown.
Okay.
You get it? So you can't just put on anything to work as a nurse or a midwife. And when it comes to the accessories, like earrings and all those stuff, you know the prescribed, the copper one, the prescribed earrings we all put on.
So males can put on earrings?
No, males cannot put on earrings.
But wait, so how long has this guidelines been in place? We should ask him.
Yes,
We need to change some things.
The issue we have is we have is our beard. But the profession we are doing, the standard.
Has the tie thing been squashed off? Is it still in existence that males should be in ties?
Next time. I'm saying it's based on the rank. You get it. So per the document, it says men should wear their white shirt with white with buttons. We should not fit tightly. So the document is even telling us no where to say those kind of dress code. And with the tie, that is what I'm saying the rank. When somebody's principal enrolled nurse or superintendent enrolled nurse, that person doesn't wear the khaki again. He puts on white for the males with your black or brown shoe. Okay. And your black leather bed. Okay. Right. You get it. Yeah. And we shouldn't forget that all our males should always be trained. Okay. I think that one, yeah.
Awareness, that's
normally,
it, yeah.
normally pay
Personal thing.
attention to that when it comes to our nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but with the I think the issue we have is with the hair attachment and the mustache and those things. But there's another school of thought. But this is what the document is saying.
Okay.
Sometimes being professionals, we compare ourselves. Yeah. Even the doctors who always do surgeries and stuff, they have the massages.
Yes. Yes.
But as the profession we find ourselves, they are saying no massage, no beard is allowed.
Walking naked. Our males will be walking naked.
Okay. All right. But anyways, thank you very much for joining in our conversation. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. So that was the GRNMA secretary for Western North region. Yes. We work here with him, but it's rather unfortunate he's now. I think we didn't talk about the males.
Yeah.
We did not talk about the
Yes.
males. I want to talk about the males.
Okay.
And I mean, I have one extraordinary nurse joining to talk about the males. He has a problem with the males. He is a musician, a cinematographer, and a photographer. He is in the person of Frank Trevor Kwabna Singh.
Popularly known as PK.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've talked about the female aspect. We want to know your take on the guys, their uniform.
Okay. Like Brad Davis rightly said, we are in a profession that they expect something from us, and they've given us the recommendation when it about our uniform. Yeah. But I don't have a problem putting on the uniform and others. My problem is the pogonotrophy in nursing.
Hey! Please.
Charlie.
Okay, pogonotrophy simply means the act of leaving beard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you too.
So I don't have a problem with it, and I don't think they should be that strict on us. Yeah, because in as much as we are nurses, we also have the way we also want to look.
But the is a noble profession.
Yeah, it's a noble profession. You see, let's come to nurses pledge. One of the standards says that I promise that my personal life should at all times bring credit
to my profession.
But that doesn't mean living beard. That simply means that you should do everything and anything to avoid criminal record.
Oh, is that so?
That is the key.
But when it comes to that, with the beard, I think fine, they have to keep it. They can keep it, but you should, well trimmed.
Because there are instances that sometimes they take everything off, and you see them having some bumps and
Even looking at the female, Brad Davis made mention of like your hair should be black and others, but there are people who naturally they have blonde hairs.
Me, for instance.
You see, And also,
Your hair is blonde.
It's not blonde, it's brown.
Okay.
of course,
Yeah.
and what if the person too is an albino? Does that mean that they cannot be nurses?
I think there will be some kind of exception for
Yeah,
them.
when it comes to the natural hair, like you cannot fight with nature. If
Yeah.
the person's hair is blonde or brown or whatever, or even gray, you cannot.
But there's a question there in the sense that does it mean they have to go and dye their hair to black?
I don't think so.
You
I don't.
see,
Personally, I've not experienced anyone being penalized for having a natural gray hair or something.
That's what you're saying. There should be some kind of
and
adjustment to
even
all
with
these
the hair,
things.
with the hair, like there are Ghanaians who naturally are born, I mean, with dreadlocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these people, does that mean that they cannot be nurses? Are
For
we
males,
discriminating them
yeah.
for males? You see, so like there are question marks, and I think those standards that they've set needs to be reviewed.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I think that's my point when
That's
it
your
comes to
point.
the hair.
So does fraternity, the nursing fraternity, I think it frowns on tattoos.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that is the African misconception
Yes.
about tattoo. Um, like the Rasta, for instance. When you are Rasta, they tag you that you smoke and
Yeah.
something like that. When you have tattoos, it means you are stubborn or
Criminal,
you're
yeah,
criminal.
stubborn, yeah.
You see, which I don't think should be a case, because the nursing was brought by these white people, and now we are practicing it here. You get it?
Yes.
And these same people are allowed to do everything and anything. You get it? And concerning the uniform cry, you wearing, I mean, mufti to work shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be a problem.
But in such instances, in case you are met by your in charge, then there's an issue when you are wearing a
when you're
uniform.
wearing the
But it shouldn't be
you
like
cannot,
that.
No, there is no way you should be in mufti to work. There is no way.
But you can dress decently
You can dress
to work, and then
to
you
work
change
and
into
you
your
change
uniform.
into your uniform or your scrub if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? But you can never work with a mufti.
I think it's accepted in some hospitals. Some hospitals don't accept it.
So usually because of the criminal cases we mentioned earlier, I think where we can come in is maybe the night shift.
Only the night shift.
Yeah, because the uniform defines us.
Media, I believe you should wear either a uniform or a house attire.
When we are revising the uniform, then we are revising to how do I even put it? So that we move harm kaka. But then scraping the uniform off.
Anyway, we can't too. Okay, is it?
I personally think the uniform should be for formal locations.
So with the uniform, when with the association attires, are they also formal? Like can we put them as uniform for us? Like the GNRMA, the MOH,
I think
the
that is what we are
CHAG.
doing here on Fridays. Because even if we go to the banks and other organizations on Fridays, you see they wear the African print and all that. So I think currently in our facilities on Fridays, you are permitted to wear those prints. And even for the night shift, workshops, night shift, and then
You see, that is where I have a problem with. Do you get it? Let's say for instance, apart from those nurses who are living in cottages and others, other nurses rent. Some are living afar from the hospital, and there is a 8 hour shift. So after you close, this uniform that you want us to put onto, I mean, outdoor access that we are nurses, and these same people, you will see them at the marketplace, I mean, buying full dresses and others in their uniform. It defaces the name of the profession.
Hey, so when we are in the uniform, we shouldn't buy anything.
Do you get it? Let's say, for instance, I've come to work, and I have an hour break that I want to go and use to, I mean, take something at the nearest restaurant. I mean, let's say I go by joint, and I prefer to enjoy it there. A nurse in uniform at a rubber joint. Do you get
There's
it?
a question mark.
There's a question mark.
Yes.
So the uniform shouldn't be strictly imposed on us.
Me,
Do you
that's
get
how
it?
I was saying that I think it should be for formal locations.
Do you get it?
Yes.
And I don't know if IPC will recommend this one too. When you come with a uniform, sometimes it is recommended that you work with a uniform or your scrap. So if I prefer to work in uniform, after I close, it is this same uniform that
You go home. So why don't we make it a rule that either you
So-
wear your uniform or a house attire when you get to work, then you change into your
Yes.
scrap.
That is what is. Oh, where I work is not. Like
and
that.
this
Oh,
criminal
really?
this
Where I work, we don't wear mufti to work. Where I work, you don't wear mufti. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For the wearing the mufti to work, what defines you as a nurse? That is looking at all these things that we've said, IPC wise, security wise.
Yes.
The fact that you want to just sit somewhere and.
But the clients are in the hospital.
Yes.
We are coming to the hospital to
So
come
when
and
you
work
come,
on them.
you cannot never, which is I think that one shouldn't be allowed. You should never work in mufti.
Yes,
No.
that one day you can't.
You understand?
Yes.
You should never work
In
in
mufti.
mufti.
So
And even with that one, there are question marks.
when
Let's
wearing
say,
the mufti.
yeah, let's
Whilst
say
working. People
yeah.
do that.
Let's say
That's the no.
No, I don't believe people do
listen,
that.
unless okay, let's say the example that I made, like I went to the government joint, I came back and I'm now going to change into my uniform. And for instance, a patient is convulsing. Do you get it? Negligence simply means doing or not doing what a reasonable person will not do or do in similar instance. So if a patient is convulsing, do you expect me to go and change before I come and take care of that patient?
But you two,
No.
it's an emergency. What do
Yeah,
you
it's
want to
an-
do? You are
so-
there to save life.
So I'll have to go and
Rush.
see the person.
Yes,
But
rush.
if I don't,
But there are,
it is
I think we
negligence.
have this cover
Do you
up.
get it?
In theater we have this cover up. You can put on, yes, you can just put on, it's a fast way.
And looking at the way they are imposing these things on us, the GRNA brought this issue that you can go with your mufti, but you cannot work in the mufti. Do you get it? And I see the reasons why they did that. Yeah, the GRNA. One thing we have to
Yeah, we can't. So that one day we should. It's not even
one
advisable.
thing we should understand is the only body that fights for us is the GRNA. Do you get it? And they saw that I think you putting on multi to work and changing into your uniform or your scrap is good. In a sense that the hospital that you are working in, they don't care about your well-being. The body that licenses you, that is the NMC, they don't care. Even the Ministry of Health, they don't care about you. All they know is go and work. Do you understand? So it is the GRNMA who fights for us and thinks about our well-being. And they saw that some nurses are being attacked.
Yeah.
Some will want to go and do their usual routine. For me, for instance, if I go to my photography shop and I cannot be in my
Uniform.
uniform,
Yeah.
and you get it. So the GRNMA brought this so that
It'll be
you
so
being
easy
a
for
nurse, you
us.
can also
Yeah.
do other things
Thanks.
when you are not at work.
You can also be a musician.
You can
at the
also
same
be a
time.
musician at the same time.
Be a photographer.
So I think that is because a nurse cannot put on uniform and be going fighting over Gobe Mame Banteme.
That's a very interesting one there.
Oh yeah.
That's a very. I think we are leaving one thing out. Makeup.
Makeup, with the issue of makeup, I believe it shouldn't be too loud. It should be so simple. You just apply your foundation as a
But
female.
there are some people who can't live without makeup. They
Yes.
always want something on.
Yes.
Me and my issue about my face and my something, I don't even go closer to makeup.
Okay.
But there are some people who they always want to be in makeup. That's what defines them.
So such people, it shouldn't be too loud. It should
Are
be
we allowed to
moderate.
wear red lipsticks? But it should be very subtle.
Yes.
That's true. That's very true.
You will say someone, it shouldn't be now red lipstick. Yellow eyeshadow.
Otherwise, our clients will be too focused on, yes, even if you ask them some questions,
You ask them question and you
they'll be looking at
answer
your
them,
face.
When it comes to the accessories, it's just earrings, and probably if you are married, you go with
Your
your.
ring.
You don't need to do leg chain and have bracelets, have maybe a neck piece or something.
Mm.
No. And because those things can actually carry infections from the water. No. I think that's the rationale.
Even with the chain, quite very risky.
They always look good when they are going to work. Seriously. Like, it's just nice.
Some put on wristwatch. Whilst having their wristwatch. Double watch.
The infection prevention control. That's it. Just for your own good. Not because you have any benefit in intimidating you guys. It's just for your well.
Also to protect us when it comes to the necklace. When you encounter an agitated client, the person can pull it. Client who is very restless easily pull it. That's why I think the men do not like putting on the tie. Yes, because it's very risky for them.
And per what Brad Davis said, I think that one, the last time I read it, it was IPC recommended that we should not put on the tie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we should not put on the tie.
Okay. So they've revised it, and which is good. Yeah.
We are
So you
revising.
can't go from things to the revised.
Oh, we are currently in the Gen Z era.
But also, I think one aspect of the uniform that I do not like is when we the nurses we portray ourselves, especially on social media, in a very wayward way. For example, twerking in our uniforms. Oh, it's very bad.
The student lesson.
Oh, but
So you know, it's not everyone that knows actually the uniform.
Yeah, so let's come to that. Who wears what?
All right.
Who is supposed to wear what?
Okay, so let's start from the list one, which is the
Everyone.
So you wear the plain green with the green color and the white pants here. Then we have the diploma letters with their color is white with the white band, and then the degree letters
where the white.
When we get there, we have sessions.
Yes.
We are being able to know you by your belt color.
Yes. Yes. So with the degree, when immediately you enter the world of the degree, now it's your belt that is going to differentiate you. So we have the nursing officers with the white belt, the senior nursing officers with the blue belt, the principal nursing officer with the green belt, the GGNS,
the mauve
belt, and then now the chief nursing officer is now having the gold belt.
But I heard there's
a black belt.
That's for the midwives. Yes, that one is for the diploma midwives. Yeah.
That's where I want to get to. BNS with the gold belt.
But I heard there's a red belt too.
There's a red belt.
Back in school we learned that.
It's now been revised
to the gold. Oh, okay.
Good. Revisions are going on. Don't worry, we'll get there.
But let me chip in this. The nurse is one that I won't pay belt too much.
No,
it's us. Oh, but that is too much.
I think that one is
for the females.
For the females,
I don't see the male.
You see,
no. Is there any difference?
Yeah, as we use
there is a
badge. You see.
Oh, okay.
And mostly we don't care about that. You
so
see.
you don't see them with the badge.
Yeah.
Because for the male.
But when it comes to
one thing too that I think should be looked at is the registration of our uniform. You see, like you said, social media, you will see some people with the in nurses uniform, and then they will be, doing all sorts of things that disgraces the profession. But because the uniform too is not registered, you might see someone in nursing uniform, but the person might be a hairdresser, or you see, and I cannot go and put on police uniform or a military uniform to when I'm not.
But if you say it's not registered, but everyone knows that we nurses, Ghanaian nurses, yes, It's our uniform.
No,
no,
the
you
fact
see-
that they see that if you are in that uniform, you are a nurse
Mhm.
doesn't mean that it is.
Masculine.
You see, you
But
can be with
so
someone.
what can we do to change that?
Of course,
You
and
have
I
to
think
just
that is the
register it.
registration.
Like the way they've
Yeah.
registered the army.
Army.
Oh,
You
okay.
You
cannot.
can't just wear anything and look like.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you remember
When you
this
see-
TikTok video? I think some small girl will be your tongue at the. What's
Mhm.
what at the end of the son, lady name is and say, hey, we in your uniform, no way. It's very that long uniform.
and social media, you will see even males, they will be in female nurses uniform and be misbehaving and be being state and others, which is not.
This is our career,
something that
it's our profession. We
yes,
should,
yes.
even though we
So I
want
think
to revise certain things, we should make it really professional for us.
It has been an amazing discussion. It was very, very nice having you guys on Set With Me today. Thank you guys. You took time off your busy schedule to be here with me, so I'm very grateful. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. So you guys have heard it all. Join in the conversation. You can leave your comments under our YouTube and TikTok. We are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Leave your comments. Like, let's just get talking. Do you want us to change, revise? Are you okay with what we are currently wearing? Let's just get to know what's on your mind. And my name is still Namomo Tete, but you can call me Namoba Mani and always allow Kasha. Bye.